Well, the timer won't exactly be right, but it's right in my heart. So yeah, match has started, and clearly both off to a wonderful start. Digshake, CantaloupeMe, two wonderful competitors from what I understand, from what I remember. So yes, it is. I was just checking to see whose audio it was. I was grabbing. It was CantaloupeMe's. And an early death from CantaloupeMe puts us on equal ground. Very interesting. Digshake could take this opportunity to possibly take the lead. Maybe even get into CantaloupeMe's head a little bit. Not that they're, speaking to each other or anything, but hey, it's all about mind games. Even if you're not around, if you think it, it might even come true. What am I even babbling about? I should be babbling about, Christmas commercials, right? I'm trying to think of some. I think there was this old, it was like some old alcohol commercial, but it wasn't like, depressed, drink alcohol on Christmas. It was more like, there were people at a party, everybody was wearing Santa hats, but like business suits, and, somebody brought out like a specific, like a spirits or something like that. Like it wasn't a beer commercial. Somebody brought out like a specific bottle of something. It wasn't wine. It was like, I don't know, just vodka. Some kind of booze. And everybody threw their hats up in the air. And they all came back down. But they were like different colors. And I think that was it. That's all I really remember of the commercial. I don't remember what even the context of that was. Like, you drink this and you'll see colors. Ho ho ho! Turn out the lights, Merry Fistmas. Yeah, have some more sugar, Armageddon time. It's working out great for you. It seems things are still relatively close. I kind of like this. I was worried that maybe one or the other would just start running away with it, but even after World 1, Dr. Gene Splicer has been taken down by both, and pretty good thus far. 3-0, undefeated in SHItournament. Alright, everybody is stroking each other's ego in chat. That's just how it goes. Did you say Merry Fistmas? That is exactly what I said. It's that kind of stream, baby. But I'm trying to remember, like, funny Christmas commercials, and they're not really coming to me. I guess it's because I watch stuff like Netflix and, like TV shows online and a lot of movies that I don't really get a lot of commercials anymore. Like, any commercials that I watch are usually from YouTube, and it's like the same one commercial that you get about 5,000 times. And other than those, which are still, even on their own, few and far between, it's, it's pretty slim pickings. I'm trying, like, I know a lot of them are funny. I just can't put my nose on it. Nose. Rudolph. There's gotta be some Rudolph commercials, right? Like, like some parody of Rudolph or whatever. Oh man, Digshake running right into those fish. Spicy. But CantaloupeMe just ripping through. Like I'm ripping through this Coke. Coca-Cola. Buzz and I might play a match together tonight. Neck and neck. That's a tough choice. I love watching me some Buzz Thundy. Buzz Thundy. I like that. Game Boy Pocket commercial with the teenagers and the old people. Remember that? I don't remember that one at all. Actually, I don't remember a lot of Game Boy commercials. I do remember the Wario Land commercial, Super Mario Land free, because Wario's trying to hypnotize you. Like, I'm a Wario. Don't play as my brother Mario. And there's like that weird spirally thing in the background, and he laughs at you. I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird. And then I played Mario Land 3, and I was like, no, it's okay. But I'm still pretty particular to Mario Land 1, because the music is bumping, the gameplay is solid. I mean, the gameplay is fine in Mario Land 2 and 3, but I think it's just because I played Mario Land 1 so much when I first had it, that and Tetris, of course, because I didn't really like to go fishing, and my dad would take me out on the boat to go fishing. Not that I didn't like him doing that, it's just I didn't like the act of fishing, but, you know, he and I would go out there and just kind of relax, and I'd play my Game Boy, and he'd do his fishing, and we'd bring out some Diet Pepsis, and we would, sometimes a sandwich, and then we would just hang out. And I would, you know, get sunburned, because I'm an idiot. And how did that turn into that conversation? Anyway, if anybody has any Christmas commercials that they would like to get off of their chest, perhaps, then by all means, throw them in chat and we can discuss them at great lengths, as I'm pretty much just talking to my screen while Cantaloupe and Digshake are mercifully trying to get through this. Cantaloupe already on the Happy Forest, and Digshake finally finishing up 2-2 on his way to the pirate level, which is the best name I could come up for that. Along with the boss of this level, just pirate. Like, seriously, that's the best I could do. The best I could do on short notice, anyway. I'm sure if I had a little more time, I could be a little more creative. I know Deephead Danny called him Pirate Gideon Time because of the old eye patch I wore last season. Which, if I could find it, I would wear it again, but I can't find the dang thing. It's probably somewhere around this area, and I've already swept and mopped it twice since. So I don't know where it went or what happened to it. So, but if I find it again, you will know, because Captain of the SS Fun will then become Captain of the Jolly Pooper. I don't know. I have a poop emoji now, like a poop emoji pillow. It's pretty good, because apparently Canada was banned from future SHItournament play, and any Canadians have to play under the SHI banner, which is a poop emoji on a white background. But I got the poop emoji, so I'm halfway there. The snowman goes inside, eats Campbell's soup, melts, turns into a boy. That was kind of freaky. I remember that commercial. Because there's that one point just before it shows that it's a kid, and the snowman is really caving in and looking almost skeletal. You're like, oh my god, are we going to watch this thing die in front of us? And then you're like, oh, it's a kid that was so cold he was a snowman. Okay. Thanks, Campbell's. Good. I remember Campbell's came out with some kind of rap. This is a little off topic. Still commercials though, but they came out with some like cartoon rap about just Campbell's soup, and how it's good, and it was extremely early 90s and very bad rap. Why was there so much bad, like, why were people trying to desperately, like dad rap back in the day? Like, my name is Blue, and I'm here to say, like, no, just don't do it. Just sell your product. You're not, when you do that, you're not selling your product to the right audience. You're selling it to an audience that would mock it and think it's stupid, and then they're not going to buy your soup because they think your soup can't relate to the youth of America. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Digshake making it past him. It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. The monsters from Ganon are really bad, yeah. Perfect example right there, and that was 80s. That was mid-80s. But that kind of nonsense lasted well into the night. It probably lasts even now, because people our age would probably find it kitschy and amusing. Like, oh, they're trying to rap. It's adorable. I'll buy 10. Oh boy, that was a mistake. Why is CantaloupeMe as Plucky Duck flying and jumping? He's making it more difficult on himself. But hey, everybody's got a strategy. He's the one in the lead, right? For now, anyway. Digshake doing much better than I remember seeing some of his runs. So, at the very least, you know, as he takes a death, at the very least, we have to commend him for his efforts. Because it was kind of a rough start for Digshake, but he has certainly come a long way. I'm not sure about most improved player. I don't know who that would fall upon from, say, the beginning to the very end, because we're only going to be halfway done once all this is said and done. And we're having deaths on both sides now. Digshake could take this opportunity to, at the very least, make up a little ground. If he can only make it past the spooky forest. And taking a lot of chances. But looks like CantaloupeMe made very little effort of that level, which has haunted me for quite a while. I'd buy that for $1. Sand Peelin is here. Buzz Thunder in chat, saying quite a lot. Season awards, most improved player, biggest asshole. Oh, Buzz Thunder, I've had that idea since season 1. I just didn't think it would fly because it'd be like, oh, there's more we have to do, there's more we have to think about. I think it would be fun to have like a, you know, most improved player, somehow worst improved player, you know, and obviously the championship and the ultimate loser, so to speak, and other kind of maybe more nonsensical ones like I don't know, smelliest player. I don't know. I'm not that creative with that sort of thing. Superlatives? You gotta change around the U and the E, man. Yeah, best superlative winner. But I think a cute little award show would be fun. It would add just more fun to the overall tournament, which is the reason I'm even in this thing. For the fun. If ever there's like close calls in races and controversy, I don't like that. Just, you know, just get rid of the bad and in with the good. Out with the bad air, in with the good air. You know what I mean? I don't spiel good. It's okay, D-pad. Have you been listening to me for like the past hour? I don't commentate well. A lot of pauses and awkward silences and lots of ums, uhs. It's like listening to NPR, but, you know, worse. And also, there's a video game race going on that I should probably be paying more attention to. I say probably. That doesn't necessarily mean definitely. And Digshake going for that safety heart. While CantaloupeMe enters a fiery, bright, hellish landscape known as Wacky Land. This level is so gosh darn bright, I don't know how I ever managed to even get past it. It is just hell on your eyeballs. Like, I'm surprised my retinas are still intact, if they're not already detached. Which, that would also not be much of a shock, but I would rather keep my retinas attached to the rest of my personage. And Digshake finally taking down Fido. Digshake doing well. Diggs should take an immediate game over right now. I guess so? I don't know. I'm not really keeping track of lives. But we'll just have to see how this plays out, because Digshake only on 4-1, while CantaloupeMe is making his way to the final level. And I'm done my Coke. And we have yet to see a Duck Vader in this match, I believe, which is good. Nobody likes to encounter Duck Vader in this. Even if I was to play the game casually, it would just be like more work. Like knowing that there's unlimited continues, what purpose does that serve? But Digshake does take the game over. Maybe a wise decision in the end to better keep those extra lives for just when he needs them. Cantaloupe making that climb. Oh, the climb of insanity. No, it takes another life. I don't know. That's what I named that devilish moneybag climb, the climbs of insanity, because it seems to be the. I don't know about you, but it feels like the cliffs of insanity of this game. I mean, you all might have your own version of what you consider the cliffs of this game to be. But for me, it's still definitely this section right here on CantaloupeMe's screen. As you can see, it takes yet another life. This is Digshake's chance, but he himself takes a death. We could be seeing quite a catch-up by Digshake should this trend continue, at least from CantaloupeMe, but you never know. It only takes one run. It only takes one life to get all the way to the end. Hit Montana Max 1, 2, 3, and then take the belt from the Hulkster. And there's that climb of insanity again. You gotta have a nice light feather touch if you're going to play furball strats. I don't know why I'm having such trouble remembering the names of these characters that I've loved since I was a child. Because from episode 1, I was watching Tiny Toons. I remember episode 1 was actually a little more, like, it wasn't all that goofy. It was serious. It was about the literal creation of the show itself. Like you saw the writers coming up with the cartoon characters, and he originally pitched a show featuring just Montana Max, and Warner Brothers was like, we don't want a show about some rich kid. Who's gonna want that? They can't relate. And then he throws out the drawing of Montana Max, and naturally Montana is pissed. So he decides to take the other ideas that he had, Montana, and steal them for himself, so that the show can't get made. Tiny Toon Adventures, that is. So that Buster and Babs go on an epic 23-minute journey to get the stuff back. But as you can see, CantaloupeMe has taken it. He is the victor. And as you can see, there's prostate. We have reached full prostate, people. Buster had the finger out and everything. So
yes, he did.
Oh, there you are. Hello, Cantaloupe. I remember you.
Oh yes. I think we spoke earlier.
A little bit. I don't know if you heard. I don't know how much you heard of me blabbing like an insane human being, but I was referring to the very first episode of Tiny Toon Adventures. Did you ever watch the show?
Yes, I did, quite a bit.
Do you remember the first episode?
Not the very first. No, I was quite a little kid then, and I don't remember it.
Oh, well, it was about Montana Max being created as his own show, and the writers didn't like it, so then they tossed out that idea, and Montana was naturally pissed, so then he took all the Tiny Toons ideas and ran away with them so that the show couldn't be created. So then Buster and Babs went on to take them back from him. It was not as kooky as the show went on to be. I watched it the other day.
Oh, nice.
But congratulations. How do you feel about your performance?
I'd still died too much.
Well, I mean, that's part of being in the race. I mean, you can run a perfect, a PB beforehand, but once the race begins, there's no turning back.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened when I practiced this earlier before my Zelda 2 race. I did PB 15:20.
And I see we have Digshake here. Doesn't look like you finished. Are you forfeiting? Digshake? All right, he can't. He's not, I guess, able to communicate with us, but that's okay.
Well,
He seemed to do all right. Did much better than I've seen him in some previous outings.
yeah, the only drawback to winning is I think that means I move on to the next round.
Guess what? You're gonna play more.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I don't know why people are ripping on this game that much. It isn't a terrible game in the least. It's just the speed run is difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the game as a whole, if you run it completely casually, it's fun.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. It's difficult, but there's a lot of NES games that are not easy, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I remember renting this, and I got pretty far. I never beat it, but I did get pretty far. I don't remember how far I got, but I got a couple levels in anyway. And the funny thing is, later on, I would rent Buster Busts Loose on the Super Nintendo, and I would beat that. So it's just interesting to see that even these earlier games can be just as difficult.
Oh yes, there's a lot of early games on the NES that are insanely difficult. You want to play a really difficult one that plays good, that's not a poorly designed game. Well, no, wait a minute. Predator's pretty poorly designed. Hold on.
Balloon Fight?
Kirby's Adventure for one. It's really great design, but dang, it's difficult.
I guess it can be challenging.
It's a long game too. I mean, it's the
I think
second
that's
largest game in the NES library.
It is?
Yep, next to no wait. Yeah, it's second largest to Dragon Warrior 4.
Oh, yeah, that's I'd like to see a Dragon Warrior 4 randomizer race, perhaps.
Once again, I refrain to my previous statement about hugging cactuses while covered in lemon juice.
Well, the lemon juice entices me because I'm a big fan of lemonade.
Yeah, but lemons sting though and open wounds.
They do disinfect though.
Yes, yeah, disinfect. So yeah, maybe it'll disinfect all the bad diseases from this game.
Look, I pretty much guzzled a Coca-Cola, so I'm riding a little high on sugar, which is probably why I'm making very little sense and um, making long, awkward pauses and saying very strange, bizarre things. But I think I had a good time here tonight with CantaloupeMe and Deephead Danny and Digshake wherever he went off to. But GG to you out there, Digshake, wherever you are.
Yes, indeed, bro.
And congratulations, you couldn't take Deephead Danny, but you managed to take out Digshake, which means I don't know what that means for your standings actually.
Well, puts me 2-1, so
2-1, winners bracket, right? Right?
Possibly, unless there, I don't know how many out of the group advances, but there's obviously another 2-1, or hell, maybe a 3-0. I don't know.
I'm sorry, but I'm not as up on your division as I am, say, on mine or the other people.
Yeah,
I have to honestly worry about.
I'm in 3 tournaments. Well, I was in 3 tournaments. Now I'm in 2, so it's really hard to keep up with everything.
3 tournaments? Why are you trying to spin so many plates, man?
Well, this is my social life.
I guess, but I saw that you were in a Zelda 2 race earlier. I'm not sure how you did, but
I won. I go to the Elite 8 to face the world record holder.
The Elite 8, that's adorable.
Yeah, to face Simple Dude, and he knocked me out last year, so he'll probably do it again.
Well, with an attitude like that, I imagine it'll happen.
Nah, I just know Simple Dude how he plays. He can make Link do things in Zelda 2 that most mortals wish they can.
Sounds
he's part robot too. I've met him, so
that's sexy. Anyway, thank you for showing up. Thank you for your time, and thank you for running a couple of very thrilling races. There were some times where you were both pretty much neck and neck.
Well, you're very welcome, and I'm glad we could entertain.
All right. Yeah, and see you next race.
Giggity.